I speak unto thee this day, and I say there are those who have indeed made gods of their doctrines. That is, they have worshipped their doctrines, their beliefs, their understandings, but I say they have failed to worship me. That is, they have chosen the way wherein they think what it is that they have figured out that it is, what it is that they have followed or are following after is what makes them able to be in me. But I say they are foolish because in all of their knowledge of their doctrines, they are failing to know of me. That is, they are failing to know me as I am, to walk in me, to have fellowship with me. For I say they are pursuing knowledge rather than seeking to be knowing me. That is, they think by their high-sounding phrases, they think by their superior understanding, they have somehow arrived. But I say they are failing to get to know me, the author and the finisher of their faith. That is, they are failing to walk in me, the one who has redeemed them from the penalty of their sins. And I say all the while such ones will only grow prouder and prouder of what it is that they think they know, what it is that they follow after. But I say the sad thing is they are not following me, not at all. For I say they are rejecting my truth just as my own people rejected me. That is, in the sense that they refuse to recognize me as I am. Now I say in a wicked, a perverse, a vile generation, when you look upon how many have built their kingdoms, their queendoms, out of their doctrine, which is basically falsehood and lies, what have they done? I say they've taken themselves down the road that will only end them in damnation of soul. And I say that they've likewise caused others to follow after in the way of their perdition. Now I say that I, the living God, do not call my people to be married to doctrine, to be loving doctrine, to be following the same. But I say that I call my people to know me, to be responsive unto me. That is, to come forth in the truth, the light, the blessedness of who I am, to be ever thankful unto me. That is, that it is me, the living God, they can look to, believe in, and trust, for I am the one who is able. Now I say, if a man becomes rigid in his doctrine, he can likewise slay another who has not the same doctrine at all. And I say that he will feel no guilt that he's slain his brother because he has defended his doctrine. Now I say that I, the living God, never called my people to be full of hatred over doctrine, and yet they are. That is, they are hating, despising, and wanting to kill one another because of what it is that they do and do not believe. I say the spirit that they give themselves to is not of me, but I say it is of the wicked one. For I say it involves murder for the truth. But I say that any man who knows the truth, that is, knows me, will not murder for the same. That is, in the sense that he will not be willing to kill his brother, because his brother does not see as he sees. But I say that if he truly knows me, he will be willing to bow down and pray for his brother. Now I say in this wicked, perverse, and vile generation that ye are in, that is of course under my wrath, why do you imagine it is? I say it is because there are multitudes who have left off following me to take up the doctrines of devils. That is, they have taken up those things that are fleshly and carnal, those things that are wild and perverse, and they have claimed that those doctrines are of me. But I say they are doctrines of devils, and I say they have invited my wrath unto them. And I say now you will see multitudes, even those professing that they are mine, who do not love me at all, who are under my wrath. That is, because they have chosen the doctrines of devils above the truth and the light that is found in me. And I say they have chosen the way wherein they have murdered the truth to take up lies, and yes, they are loving it so. And I say all the while it is their doctrines of devils that allow them their sins, that allow them their lust and their greed, that they are following after. Now I say that I, the living God, never called thee to go in such a way, not at all. But I say that I've called thee to come forth in the truth, the light, the mercy that I offer and provide. For I say it is me, the living God, who will give to my own the way that is truth, the way that is light, the way that is mercy. And it is me, the living God, who will give to my own the way wherein they can be directed, corrected, and guided forth by me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to walk according to the stupidity, the blindness of this age. For I say there are blind guides who are leading the blind followers right into the ditch. And I say it is simply because they have given them doctrines of devils, and yes, they are loving it so. And I say they are loving to follow the doctrines of devils rather than me. Now I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to partake of such foolishness, such darkness, such blindness, not at all. But I say that I call thee to be ever seeking to be pleasing unto me, to walk in my way. And I say that I call thee to be thankful that it is me that you can be looking unto, that you can be believing and trusting in. And I say that I call thee to be thankful that I am indeed the one who will give to thee the way of life. For I say, if you trust yourself to me rather than following the doctrines of devils, you will not end in a ditch. For I say that I, the living God, will not give a stone unto my own children when they beseech me for bread. But I say that I will indeed be giving unto them such as they have need of, to be ever guided forth by me. And I say that I will be giving unto them such as they have need of, to be ever directed, corrected, and guided forth in the truth, the light, the strength that I provide. I say this day, be glad that it is me that you can be looking unto, that it is me that you can follow after and seek to please. I say, be thankful that I am the one who will give to thee my light upon the path, that you can come forth ever made glad in me. That is, made glad to be perceiving, to be receiving of all that I give for my own. For I say it is not by doctrine that you are redeemed, but it is by my mercy given unto thee. And I say it is not by doctrine that you are made better than your brother at all. For I say that I, the living God, have intended that my own people would be loving one another, serving one another, because it is me they want to please. That is, I never intended that my own people would be sharpening their swords to destroy one another. But I say, in a wicked, a perverse, a vile generation, so it is that men are not truly loving one another. That is, in the sense that they love one another because they are all a part of me. But I say instead they are in competition, devouring and destroying, and angry one with another on every hand. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call my people to be in the fellowship of devils, but I call my people to be in fellowship with me. That is, ever thankful that it is me they can look to, believe and entrust, for I am the one who is able. And I say that I call my people to be ever purposed in that which I give them, which is the truth and the light upon the path. For I say, if the ones who are mine will walk uprightly in me, so are they kept always. But I say, when the ones who are claiming that they are my people turn aside from knowing me to take up any other god, I say they are taking up that which is a grief unto me. Now I say that I, the living God, can reveal to a man my way. I can even start him to walk in the same. But I say, if he is married to his doctrine, he will easily depart from me to take up the worship of his doctrine. And I say, the sorrowful thing is that his doctrine never saved him, nor did it redeem his soul. And even if his doctrine is correct, if he has no relationship with me, no, he is none of mine. For I say that I, the living God, do not allow my people any other gods, not at all. And I say, you are living in a time when so many have used the excuse of doctrine to depart from me. That is, they have chosen the way of doctrines of devils and loved it so, claiming all the time it is me that they serve. But I say, when you look at their lives, their behavior, what do you see? I say that you see the work of demons rather than the work of my spirit, and it is indeed a sorrowful thing. Now I say, when you see these ones who are living in their delusions, who are living in their confusions and loving it so. Why is it that? I say it is that way because they have chosen gods other than me. And I say they have chosen to use their doctrines as shields against me, as justifications for keeping their own lives. And I say they have chosen to use their doctrines to separate themselves from the truth, that they can go on in lies. Now I say, if you really look upon what it is that men do through doctrine, I say it is a terrible and ugly thing. For I say they use the excuse of doctrine to walk afar off from me. And I say they use the way of their own understanding in order to celebrate their independence from me. And I say all the while they are claiming they love me, they serve me, but it is not true. For I say it is not me they are serving at all, but I say they are serving a multitude of lies, they are serving a multitude of inventions, and I say they love it so. For I say they keep my spirit at a distance, that the same cannot penetrate them. And I say they do not allow my spirit to expose, reveal, and drive out the hidden works of darkness, but I say they cover the same. And I say all the while they do it under the shady tones of their doctrine, and they imagine somehow they get by. But I say they get by with nothing at all, because it is their own selves that they deceive. Now I say in this wicked, vile, and corrupt generation that I, the living God, am indeed bringing forth my wrath. And I say there are many who are long established in their doctrines of falsehood, and imagine they are secure in the same. But I say it is me, the living God, who did indeed in the days of my wrath revealed upon my own people show what I thought of all of their doctrines. I say so it is even now that I, the living God, will show again the distaste I have for their doctrines that keep them from me. For I say when men will marry themselves to doctrines and refuse to be acquainted with me, I say they are fools. For I say they are choosing the very things that will cause them to lose out with me. That is, while they've chosen their doctrines and are rigidly adhering unto the same, I say they are far from me. And I say they are refusing to walk in the truth, the light, the strength of who I am, because they have chosen the gods of doctrines above loving me. That is, they have chosen to refuse to know me, while they hide in their doctrines and think they are safe from me. Now I say that I, the living God, was not pleased when I came to the Jews, and they treated me in such a way. But I say they angered me because they loved what they call their law more than they were ever loving me. That is, they literally hated me because my spirit revealed their sins. And I say so it is even now that my spirit reveals the sins of a man, and when he is displeased in the same, he will hide in his doctrines. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call my people to be far from me, but I say that I call my people to walk uprightly in me. That is, to be uplifted and coming forth in the truth, the light, the strength that I give them, ever made glad for the same. And I say that I call my people to be directed, corrected, and ever purposed in me. That is, to be brought forth in the truth, the light, the strength that I give day by day, ever thankful to know that I am the one who is the life, the truth intended for them. That is, that they will be content to be knowing me, and allow me, the living God, to bear rule over them. For I say the ones to be found under my wrath may have their doctrines in place, while they have no knowledge of me. I say this day be thankful to be knowing me.